Yeah. So basically, what I mean by that for this trading, and when I say like changing your guys' mentality on, having more urgency, um, and taking like, I wouldn't say like drastic action, but like a fuck ton of action every single day, right? So the mentality that I want to talk about today is the make money today mentality, right? And we already talked about it also on the mastermind. Dylan already knows. And we were talking about taking risks, right? And what it actually is like taking risks is kind of like the same thing as catching opportunities, right? But the thing is, you have an upside, but you have also a downside, right? But people are always scared of that downside, right? But being scared of it or having anxiety, that's something that doesn't even exist because it didn't really happen. So you cannot be scared of it, right? Being scared is literally if there's like a lion in your room right now, then you can be scared, right? Because it's right now, but something that didn't happen, right? But you imagine like a negative outcome in the future, that's why you're scared. That's on you, right? That's your brain that is like, playing games on you. You see? Because when you take like risks, for example, and then it works out, what happens? Can you tell me, Chanzel?
Sorry, can you repeat the question? My Wi-Fi was unstable.
Yeah. So when you take a risk, right? And it's like you have a better outcome and you were successful in that opportunity that you took. What happens?
I would say it boosts your confidence, makes you realize that taking the risk does actually work most of the time.
What do you think, Nadia?
About taking risks, if I understood it right.
Yeah, if you take the risk and it ends up working out.
And so working out.
Yeah. So you take a risk, you have a downside, and you have
Yeah,
also the upside, right? Because it is an opportunity that you jump on. And
yeah.
you make it happen. What happens to you? Like what happens to you yourself and your business?
I guess I grow.
You grow
Yeah.
and you go fast.
Yeah,
You don't
faster.
only grow, but you grow fast, right?
Hmm. Yeah, that's correct.
And that's the point I'm trying to make, right? That's the point I'm trying to make. But when you take risk, like obviously the way we do it, we always do calculated risk, right? But the thing is, people always talk about I want to grow fast or I want to grow in general, right? But they never take the risk, aka the opportunity. And I'm not talking about the opportunity of, buying a course or a coaching program. That's cool and all. That's a risk, okay? But like risk in business moves, you see? Like that's totally different. If you see a guy like Elon Musk, for example, why does he have so much money? Can you tell me?
Probably because he took risks to
But this
make the
guy
more
took
money.
the most risk, the most, right? This guy, I think he almost lost Tesla at one point.
Yeah, I think he
Yeah,
did. Yeah.
yeah, you know.
Mm.
But look how it turned out, right? Because if you take that risk, right, that's when you really start playing. Because then your brain starts to think differently of like, hey, no, 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 I need to make it. Like I roll the dice, it needs to land on six. Like it really needs to. It's not like if or and or maybe no. It needs to because otherwise I'm out of here. You see? When you take those type of risks, right? Then that is really when the game starts. That is really when the game starts, right? So if you want to grow, take risks, and once you succeed, what happens to you is the business grows, but you as a person, you'll start to feel like, hey, I'm that guy or I'm that girl. Like I really do this, right? That's it, right? That's it. So when it comes down to having that in your mentality, right? Taking action in a day, bro, it becomes so easy because you're like, nah, how can I make money today? Right? Like what can I do to move faster? Because I took this risk. For example, I joined this program. I spent couple 5 figures or low 5 figures or whatever. Then it's like, okay, I need to make this back. I want to make this back fast. Okay, in what time frame do I want to make this type of money? Okay, now you start, setting a goal for yourself, right? You guys set a goal for yourself. Okay, when do I want to hit that goal? Okay, let's say the goal is 30K or whatever. Okay, that means that I need to break it down in smaller chunks. So it boils down to the daily targets that I set for myself, right? Because a bigger goal is only like really achievable when you like chunk it down into smaller milestones and daily targets. Okay? That's when you really start like being intentional, you know, about making it work. Does that make sense so far? Right? Does somebody has questions or whatever on this? Dylan, maybe you. No? Okay. All good, all good, all good. And so now my question to you guys is like, I need to kind of know your situations for now. I don't know, maybe Chancel, if you can start out, like what is the situation that you're having right now, and then tell me also the goal that you have real quick.
Okay, so currently I'm a student, I'm studying computer science, and I've started the agency. I got the idea in 2023 or so. And then I just left it. Later on, it got into like end of last year. It turned into a partnership that didn't work out, and I took the agency further. And in February, I started taking it seriously. And that's when I came across on Daniel, and then I bought the course eventually. So right now, my goal is to, of course, as you said, make back the money, but also have the mentality of by the end of the year at least, or even in the middle of the year, like make dream bigger.
Yeah.
And like then I want to maybe retire my parents. I don't know if my Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you're lagging a bit, but I hear you. Yeah, she's lagging. Mm. Ah, yeah,
Sorry. There
yeah,
we
you're
go.
back.
Sorry,
Yeah.
the internet's bad here. Sorry, where did I left off?
Sorry again.
Where did I left off?
Retiring your parents.
Yes, so that's the goal eventually, obviously. But I would say like 30K a month in the next 3 months, I would say. That's my goal right now.
Okay. I want to kind of challenge you too, because now that you told me this, you gave me some another perspective. You want to retire your parents. Did you like sit down and really think about like how much money you need to make for that or not?
Yes, I think in the second video or so, in the training, that
Mhm.
was one of the exercises of the financial modeling, and then I did all of that.
You did
So
it?
then yes, I did
Okay,
all of
nice.
that. I think it's somewhere here. I did everything and then calculated how much I would need to make, and also I'd calculated like my dream car was a Porsche, so I was like I calculated to save off my Porsche. So yeah,
Mhm.
I did do that. Yeah.
What's the number?
Let me see. Yeah, I can't remember the exact number, but I've written down like all the trading stuff here. Let me see. Okay, so let me see. The exact number would be 43,407. You can round up to 45. Oh, yeah,
45K a month.
yeah. If you want to round it up, basically.
How many clients do you need for that? Like, what is your ticket price?
If I can have, there's like a few options.
Mm-hmm.
But if I want to go like big, I can have four clients for 11K per month, or I can have 11K clients or 4K per month. So there's a few options of that, or
Hmm.
nine clients with 5K per
Yeah, yeah.
month.
Okay. So how you practically do it is like you need to decide how much money do you want to get from one single client? You said 11, right? The first one.
Yes,
What
11
do
is the
you
first.
what do you need to do or what do you need to provide, right? Or
Mm.
add to that client's business to get paid that
Mm.
amount from them?
No, let me see here. I would need to add.
These are the questions that you need to ask
Yeah,
yourself, right? You see,
yeah.
when people think, like thinking is really like asking those questions and then getting an answer from that.
Mm.
That's what thinking is, right? Because what most people do, they're like they think, right? But if you really write down the question, and then if you don't have an answer to that question, it's like, hey, now you really start thinking like, okay, wait, hold on. I did the financial modeling, saying it and stuff is all nice. Yeah, I just need the four clients paying me 11K. But that's like, but wait, hold on, man. How are they gonna pay me that 11K? Why would they do it? What do you provide for them? Who are you gonna help? Who is the type of person that can pay you that when you help them, right? I talked about it on the mastermind. Just a quick side note. We had one of our top guys, Sergio. He won the 100K a month award, as Dylan was there. Him and his business partner Matthews. Shout out to them if they're gonna see this one day. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm going after these other coaches and stuff, because he also does the same thing we do practically." And he's like, "But they don't have money, man. Like some of them some they make money, but they're kind of further ahead. I can help them too, but like most that they get to my funnel, it's like, yeah, man, if I ask him to invest this, it's like they barely have anything." And I was like, hey, that's not a problem. That's really not a problem, right? Dylan, you remember, right? When Sergio was talking about like he couldn't really charge more for them or get more money out of them. You remember? What did I tell him? I was like, hey, that is perfect, right? That's the perfect opportunity for you to solve that. And how do you do it? By making them more money so they can pay you more. Simple as that. Because they are coaches. They sell courses or whatever. You see? So if he comes in, even if he just asks for an upfront fee or a lower retainer in the first place, he can come in and just have a milestone-based incentive in place that whereas if he hit this goal with them in generating, that many clients with that much additional revenue through his marketing efforts and, all the things that he does, with the webinar funnels, etc., then he makes money, he makes the client money. Therefore, he gets that percentage. And that's how you get more from one client. Boom, opened his eyes. You see? Because you start asking yourself the right questions, right? That doesn't mean that they can't pay you today that they're unqualified. Like really not. There's another guy, he's in the same mentorship as us. He had one client. The client had 2K followers, okay? And he was making 3K a month. When he went to that guy, he didn't tell him like, "Hey, nah, you're unqualified, man." You know what this guy sells? The guy with the 2K followers? He had a community with people in it, like low ticket community, but he was teaching them how to do drop shipping but organically, so without ads. So basically just, promoting the products on TikTok and essentially going viral on TikTok. And he had like an system for that, right? And he had like crazy results. But the people he had a Discord community, they were paying him like a low, small subscription fee, right? So he didn't really know how to leverage that. Now, if you look at it like Sergio would have looked at in the beginning, now he doesn't look at it anymore like that. He would be like, now this guy, he can't pay me 12K or 15K. He can't. Yeah, he can't right now, right? But what did the other guy do? He was like, hey, he saw the opportunity. He said, if this guy works with me, I can make him this much money because I have the knowledge, I have the tactics. I know exactly what to do with the tools that he got, right? What do you think happened? Nadia, what do you think happened?
He paid him a lot of money. or he made him a lot of money, so he was
Uh,
able to, yeah.
Exactly that. Exactly that. When they launched the webinar, they collected 35K in like the after the web like the following 3 days after the webinar. The guy got, I think, like 20% or something. You see? Whereas the guy was making 3K first. He wasn't complaining about that. You see? So when you guys make the financial modeling and all these things, you really have to ask yourself the right question. Okay, how much money do I need to make them to be able to get that amount of money from one client, right? And then you just replicate that. That's how you get the four people that pay you 11K and then you retire your parents, Chanzel. You understand?
Yes, that makes way more sense to think of it in that light. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's why. That's why. I was also talking about some conversion mechanisms that can really help with that. But that will be a lesson for another day. I just want to greet the other ones, Christian and Milky. I saw they also entered. What's up, guys, man? How are you guys doing?
I'm doing great. And you?
Yeah, yeah, doing perfect, man. Doing perfect. I think I'm gonna sleep because these it was a pretty intensive for Dylan, the mastermind. Like
Y-
the schedule was pretty intensive. So
Yeah, I
rest
was.
Monday. Monday we need to get back at it. What
Yeah,
did you want to say something, Christian?
yeah, I was watching the rest of my like. I woke up like I was up until 2 a.m. I think. Bro, I'm tired, but
Yeah, yeah, but the value was there, man. So yeah, you had to be there. You
yeah,
had to be there. Yeah, yeah, no, no, I know, I know, I know, I know. Now, just a quick recap for you guys. For today's trading, I wanted to make it a little bit tailor-made to you guys' situation because I wanted to talk about the mentality of get money today, right? And I remember I also talked to you about it, Christian. About that of like waking up and being like, hey, who got my money today, right? How do I end off the day not with $0, right? Did you guys really like think about that? Like you wake up, you'll be like, hey, I didn't sell anybody today. I don't want to end of the day like that. Have you thought about it like that? No, huh? You, Dylan? Not really, right? That's the thing, right? For me, I cannot wake up because every day I start at zero, right? If I wake up, right, I'm like, hey, the first thought in my mind, where is my money? Question mark. That's how I wake up, right? After Timo's speech, I do now. Yeah, 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 exactly. He said it too, right? On the mastermind. Yep, exactly. And the thing is, because there in the mastermind we have people, selling high ticket deals as well. 7K here, 10K there. And for them, it's like, hey, the next day, they're not celebrating. That's just how it needs to be. That's just how it is right now, right? That's the new floor. They wake up, they're like, hey, I'm at zero, right? And then you start seeing the pattern, right? And the straight line between the people that succeed, you know? Also, Chanzel was talking about having a big vision when talking about Elon Musk. When I see people that have like problems, for example, doing outreach or whatever, I'm like, hey, that's the smallest problem on earth, you know? When you look at bigger people, for example, Elon Musk, this guy, what is his mission? What is his goal? He wants to put like rockets, self-landing rockets on Mars. He wants to like populate Mars and stuff. So he cannot be tripping about, some rockets or some, I don't know, engineers that are like messing up or whatever. Like he has his vision is too big. So all the problems like below that, it becomes like too small. Like you just trample it and fast, right? So when your vision is that big, for example, with Chanzel, she's like, no, no, no. I want to retire my parents. Now it's like the struggle that people have with being confident on camera and doing outreach of video pitches. That's the smallest problem on earth. Like I need to see how I can flip that money for that guy into more money so he can pay me that 11K. What the hell? What outreach problem? How? Then all of a sudden it becomes too small, right? It becomes too small. You will be creative. You will start thinking like, hey, wait 1 second. I woke up, you look at your pay process like, hey, today is at zero. And the payment processor that I use is called Fanbases right now. And I think they did it as well, like psychologically, because every day when you wake up and you look at your payment processor, it says today, and then it says zero, right? But then I feel like you see like a lot of money, but I always click on today. Like I don't click on what we made the month. Like I do, I check it, but I don't click on the week or the month. I always do the day because every day they start at zero again on the payment process. So I'm like, hey, wait, hold on, man. I need to make money, right? And that's how you need to be every single day. I was talking to Keda the other day. He's also in here, IPM, and he wanted to come to the mastermind. I was like, bro, that's for people that are not inside. They need to pay. Now everyone needed to pay, but he just needed to pay like 600 euros, right? And he was like, but I really can't because he invested also in IPM, right? So I understood, and I was like, bro, did you know like do you know do you know the make money today mentality? He was like, nah, man. I'm like, bro, if you would like die tomorrow, how would you make money today if you had to find, you know, because he wanted to make 4.5K from a client. And if you had, and yet you had to find a client that would pay you that 4.5K, right? How would you start thinking? So then his brain started turning on, right? Because he had a client in the past that he scaled to 15K, but he wasn't leveraging his case study. I'm like, bro, you're sleeping on yourself, right? If you do something like that, everyone needs to know it, man. You need to shout. You need to shout it, right? You need to show. So now it's like, hey, what tools do you have? What can you provide? Right? Who do you need to go after? Who do you know? Who knows you? Then you start asking these questions, and questions dictate focus. So now you was like, okay, yeah, you know what? I know this and this guy, but yeah, with him it didn't end well, so I don't want to call him again. But he knows that other guy, and then boom, I said, bro, go talk to him, tell him to connect you with the other guy back again, and provide, the service that you provide for him and tell him how much money you can make for him, right? With the things that you do. He was like, yeah, but no, no, no. I want to sell like not in my own country. So that was a limiting belief that he had because the character of the people in this country, they're like they do just bad business. I was like, okay, no problem, right? He was just talking about problems. I don't see the problem. I only see solutions, right? And he was like, yeah, but I'm also good at making websites. I'm like, okay, why didn't you tell me? Because I know like two people that needed the website build out, right? So what he did was like, okay, now I can connect him to those people, right? He can build two websites, each for 1K, he makes 2K that day, you know? I'm still like talking to the other guys to reach out to him so he can get, but that was the thing. Like he wasn't thinking about that at all, right? But when I asked him the question, if you would die tomorrow, what would you do? Then all of a sudden, out of the blue, creativity started like floating through his veins. You see? And I want you guys to do exactly the same, right? Like you guys already know the term like gun to the head or back against the wall. Like, did you know you can put your mind in that state of having a gun to your head or your back against the wall? You can do it, right? You don't need to actually be like with your back against the wall to feel like that, right? It's kind of an emotion. you know. You can literally like put your mind to, so you have to control your mind in a way that, okay, wait, I need that fire in me every single morning. Every single morning we start off with a team meeting on purpose, like with a sales team meeting on purpose, right? Because the most important thing in business is literally sales. That's the oxygen. If you wake up and you end the day with no sale, that means that you lost oxygen. And the bar, when you play a game, a fighting game, for example, you have like the life bar. It's just like -10 top that day. Oxygen gone, right? You need to see it like that, right? Another example from Mastermind members, Ted and Isaac. They started off invested. They were kind of with the back against the wall, and they had 30 days to make that money back or double it or whatever, right? Otherwise they would be out. Okay. What happened with them? They were like on camera, they were not confident, right? That was what they were. That's why they started off. Bro, now today, if you go watch a pitch from them, it's like, bro, they're almost intimidating the person, man. Like the way the way they talk right now versus how they started off, it's different people. They're not the same anymore at all. Just like that. And not even in 30 days, by the way, literally in 1 week, actually, right? Because of that, they got two clients, right? Both on rev share deals. One of the clients has 450K followers on IG, fitness coach, selling coaching program, online fitness. They have a webinar launching the 6th of April. What do you think is gonna happen with them if they flip that? What do you think? Their life changed, yeah? Hey, this is no game, right? These guys, man, 18, finishing school right now. You see? Literally just because of that. And the thing was like, um, I don't know, they needed still more money for some reason because they didn't get much upfront on those two deals. Um, but they still had to like fulfill for them, right? And they were too much in fulfillment, in fulfillment, in fulfillment. I was like, hey guys, listen. It is all nice and cool, right? Fulfillment and getting results for your clients because that's also a priority. But the number one priority still to this day is making sales every single day, right? Because I told them like, hey, they have like a sheet where you can see like how many outreaches and everything, video pitches they send out. In the beginning, they were blasting, blah, 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 being efficient and everything. But once they got those clients, they were like, hey, the focus like kind of split, and then they didn't really prioritize, you know, the video pitches that much anymore and getting new people in, for example. You see? And I was like, hey, never forget, money, sales comes first. Because when shit hits the fan, you know, let's say you don't get results or whatever, you never know it. Because in business, literally, you never know, right? What's gonna be the solution to that, right? And the solution is always sell. You need it. You need oxygen, right? Otherwise, you cannot move forward. And this is another side note, another story that I want to tell about that in addition is because at the mastermind we had Sergio, one of the top guys, talking about his story a bit because he moved fast, and why he moved fast is because he took a lot of risks as well. This guy in the beginning, whoa, he was lending money from everyone. His mom, his dad, his grandma, the bank. He this guy was like, no, no, I need to make it. You know? Boom. He started selling people. But then shit hit the fan, right? With the services label because he had a solar agency in the beginning with his business partner. And things started hitting the fan. he couldn't get like results for his clients, right? So people started complaining and da, 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 da. And he was like, "Hey, wait a minute, man." Like he was having trouble like getting appointments for them too. And he was like, "Nah, I really need that money." Because he was thinking about a solution like bringing in a call center, but you needed money for that, right? They won't do the work for free. So he was like, "No, no, no. I need oxygen, aka I need to sell." So boom, he just continued selling. He didn't put his head down like, "Ah, shit. Now, you know what? I need to find a way to get them like the money back or, you know?" He was like, "No, no, no, no. I'm bigger than this problem. It's either the problem steps on you or you step on the problem, right?" He was like, "No, no, I will step on the problem." Boom. Continued selling, blah, blah, blah. Now he had the money, invested in a call center, connected them to his other clients. So people were on it every single day. So it was just inevitable for them to not get these meetings in. Boom. Solution. Problem solved. And it was really a lot of money that they paid him. You see? Are you guys following so long? Or any questions? No? Okay. Cool, cool, cool. So that's the thing. Um, Now I know Chanzel's situation now a little bit. Next person, Nadia, talk to me.
Hello again.
What is your goal?
Can I have one question before I say, Sergio, did
Go ahead.
did he reach out to local or to, you know, like
Ah,
globally?
with this solar agency?
Yeah, when he started.
Yeah, no, no, that was local. That's where he started off though.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that's good to know. Okay,
hmm
yeah, my goals. So actually, my dream is to become a photographer or a videographer,
hmm
and I really want to make business out of that one day,
hmm
for sure. I really like event videography, like weddings, like those big projects that I feel like you need a lot of practice before you get into those projects, you know? So that's definitely something that I would actually enjoy. So it wouldn't be just for the money, you know, it would be something I would genuinely enjoy. And my bigger vision is like start with that, getting those, rather get like high ticket clients instead of, you know, like I could be in a little town doing photo shoots, but that's not as. So I'm trying to think like, how can I make a service for bigger clients in a way? Like, for example, helping people in business taking content and stuff. And actually, I got opportunity now. I'm gonna go for a month, help a girl with content, and she's gonna help me make a portfolio too. She will be kind of like my testimonial.
What does
And
she do? What does she sell?
she has a Feminine Way program, and she's teaching about etiquette, about basically like especially for women in business, how they can also balance their masculinity and femininity and stuff. It's really interesting. I think, at least I think so, as a woman. Maybe not a man, but yeah.
No, no, it
But
is. It's interesting.
yeah, so she has
Mhm.
a really like it's really high value like program she has, and I think it's like yeah, really cool actually. So she's having an event, and she asked if I could be her videographer for that event, and I was like, that was a big risk to do it, and I was like, okay, fuck it, I'll just go do it. I invested in a lot of equipment right now. They're
hmm
coming, and I'm just kind of going out there. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just gonna do it,
Yeah.
and hopefully something more comes out of that. And I don't know, I don't have an agency yet. I'm kind of like Daniel knows that too. I'm kind of like
Do you want to change it into a sort of agency where you like
yeah, I'm
have
thinking
the
if that's
service
a
of,
possibility
because
somehow.
we have some people in the mastermind that do kind of similar thing. They like
Yeah,
also do shoots and stuff, but they also do the marketing and content strategies with it too. So if she's selling like an online sort of coaching
yeah,
for like business women and stuff, that's a great relationship to have for you.
yeah,
So, yeah, yeah. But continue.
yeah. No, but it was good to listen because I'm kind of here to get more ideas to trying to. I'm kind of getting just out of my comfort zone and really like making something more happen, quicker.
Mhm.
And yeah, I just exactly. I'm trying to look for ideas. How can I maybe make that into an agency with my interest in that?
Mhm.
Like you're talking
Yeah.
about, but it takes practice and skill too to be able to deliver some kind of service. So I'm like
Yeah.
trying
Yeah.
to figure out and learn as I go right now.
Okay. No, no,
Yeah.
cool, cool. Because now that you tell me this, it's like I kind of know, like not I kind of, I already know, like people that are doing it successfully, like literally in my country. He's in the mastermind too, and he works with yeah, kind of famous people, but in the Netherlands. Okay.
Hmm.
So for you, that would be beneficial to target these people as well. So I don't know about the level of the client. Yeah, the woman that wants you to take the photos there, and she also wanted to for you to help her with content. Was that it?
Yeah, I'll stay in like she's having a event in Dubai, Slovenia, and Italy, but I can only make it to Dubai and Italy.
Do
So
you
I'll
know how
stay.
much money she makes?
I know that the most she made was like 30,000, but like she's just 22 years, 21 years old. She's 1 year older than me actually. She's doing really well for her age. I'm like, I think it's a really good job, and the thing is, I see potential in her. I see that she's
Mhm.
gonna go far. She's already so far, like. So I just, because I believe in her, I believe my time is worth going there and doing this. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? Like
It
it's a
is.
good connection too.
It
So
is.
yeah,
Okay. No, no, it is. It is. Um, no, no, for sure, for sure. I'm gonna, yeah, yeah, I'm gonna take notes on that as well because you can really turn it into an agency, especially
yeah,
later on, because you probably don't even need like a huge team for that to operate these services as well. Because the only thing that would like create a certain gap is because you need to be there yourself to take the
yeah,
pictures. So you might, train somebody to be alongside of you and maybe do like, you know, many different clients at the same time. That can also be like really beneficial
yeah.
for that instance. But monetary wise, this last question for you. Monetary wise is like, okay, you said for fun, obviously, you do like what you do, but monetary wise, like what is the goal there?
With money,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
right now it's just 15,000. I think that's enough for now, and then maybe like I
But
used
tell
to
me,
have
tell
it.
me the real number, because that is a milestone. The real number,
Oh,
because Sanjel said the same thing, but then she
mm,
said she want to retire her parents. So here, hey,
yeah,
bro,
like the big,
uh,
yeah,
I mean, you can just tell me, you can just here you can tell me everything. Like I'm not gonna, be like, that's not possible. Because if you tell me today, like you want to make 1 million, I'm gonna say, yeah, go for it, please. Right? So what's on your mind and what you really want to say, please just say it, right? So what's the goal?
then only money wise, like
Yeah, yeah,
what
monetary,
number I would want to hit.
just so we can calculate how you need to do things. Really,
Yeah,
important.
it used to be 100K for a startup. Like, I don't think I need much more to be happy than
Hmm.
that per month, like, honestly.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm, but then, I don't know, through things that people, mentors said and I learned, and then I kind of broke it down, my goal, and I just started with 10,000. Then I went to do this and I was okay, fair enough, 15K now.
Mhm.
And yeah, because I think
I'm
it's,
not I'm not saying it's bad. Like 15K, that's good. That's really good. But
yeah,
I'm
good,
talking about
good.
why I say what's the real goal, because then when you start doing the calculations, right?
Yeah,
You'll
true.
start doing, taking different actions.
Yeah.
Like the example what I gave with Kada and stuff, your brain will accept other thoughts to come into your mind when trying to make it happen. Because when you focus on the steps that you need to take to get like 100K, like 15K becomes easy. It becomes small. Did you see
Yeah,
did you
that's
see
true.
right now how small it
Mhm.
felt? The 15K? I was like, bro,
Yeah,
that's easy, man. But like 15K like that, right? Because for example, the client that you said you probably think she makes like 30K-ish. That means that if you work with her and you do a great job, let's say you just double her, right? And you get her on a rev share deal. You can literally get like 5 to 10K just from that relationship. Do you know that?
Yeah.
And then you find a couple of the similar people, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can leverage the relationship that you have with the woman that you have right now. If you get great results, she will even refer you to similar people.
Yeah, that was her
Yeah,
idea to
you
make
see?
like a good
Then
portfolio,
you
and
work.
then in her event, I could reach out to people.
Yeah,
Like that was
exactly.
really smart. So I kind of need to make my skill set good now. I have a month to practice. I just bought a
Mhm.
gimbal. It's like math for the first
Yeah.
time, but
No, no,
it's
no,
all
nice, nice, nice. But that's the thing. But you see how that goes. And then you find like a couple of her, you know,
and then
get paid like five to 10K. You have 5 of 10 of those, then you're there. You see how you need to start calculating that?
yeah, I see. Thank you. You opened my
Yeah,
vision. You
yeah,
bigger.
yeah. You just need to think big because
Yeah.
the thing is when you set a goal, you kind of have to 10x the goal to
Mm-hmm.
make the number that you set for yourself as a milestone, for example.
It's
Because
easier.
now it's like, hey, now 15K in your mind is like, I can do that easy. That's exactly what I want, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Next up, next up.
Thank you.
Milky, Milky, I haven't heard you today. How's everything going?
Everything's going good. How are you doing?
Doing fantastic. Doing fantastic, doing great.
That's
Um,
great.
I know, I think you have heard everything so far.
I
So
have.
today we're talking about I need to make money today mentality.
Yes.
Really
Yes.
like action, like really action taking and kind of also thinking out of the box and being like, hey, what if I really have to like not it's not an option really. Like I
Mm,
really have to make money today. What would
yeah.
I do? What would I change in the actions that I'm doing right now? Like really self-reflect and be aware of like, hey, am I really taking, the right, no, not even the right action, but ever taking enough action and also the right actions to get, the outcome that I really want, right? Because now you
Yeah.
start thinking really different. And that's exactly what I want you guys to do. Like every single day. Like you start the day with zero and you just refuse to end the day with zero. What are you
Mm,
going to do? So what I need to know from you is like, okay, I know that you already did all of the financial modeling with my brother
yes.
and all that. So you can just run me down through it like in 1 minute. Like how many clients do you need? What are you doing to get them? And how are you gonna, get them to pay you the amount that you want to have from one client?
Yeah. So with the whole financially modeling and everything, as of right now, we're talking about goals and I was
Hmm.
in the same position as Nadia as I used to be with I want to make 10K and everything and whatever, whatever. And so after walking through the financial modeling and actually saying where exactly or what exactly I want to do,
Hmm.
overall
Excuse
100K
me
a
to cut
month
you
is
off. Excuse me to cut you off for that. But like making 10K, 15K, I'm not saying it's bad. Like it's really good. But I really
yeah,
want you guys to like see it as a small thing so that you guys can really make it fast.
right.
Right. So that's it's no problem with making 10K or 15K. I'm not saying like, hey, you're not thinking like, like make a million, man. You're speaking like a small no. It's like that's a great goal. Like normal people, they don't do that, right? Go ahead, continue. My
Yeah,
bad.
no, you're good. You're good. So as of right now with the financial modeling, I'm looking at trying to attain 10 clients with a 1.5K retainer plus 10% rev share. And so that's the goal right now to get around 40K. But those are just kind of like where I want to start with right now when it comes to just the beginning of just like laying out my agency. And I think, as we're talking about that make money mindset, make money today mindset mentality. I think what's convicted me was, there's obviously like steps and procedures and procedures at how to go about outreach and how to go about building credibility and everything along those lines. I think for me, an issue or something that I've felt convicted after listening to this call is just like with my perfect like cold video pitches and everything, like recording those, I I feel like I put almost too much time into that. Like recording one of those like takes so much time for me because I want to get down to the perfect detail and like I want to sound perfect in every single part and I want to make sure like it all flows and everything, which is good. And I'm not saying I want to be lazy in that sense, but I feel like I've taken way too much time just trying to record the perfect video for one client in which I could have recorded like 10 or 15 video pitches in that same time period and still effectively like, brought about my message and everything. And so I think that's something I was convicted on today's call and for sure something that will be changing as well. And also just like last week I had a meeting with a media buyer. Well, I had two scheduled and then one didn't show and then one went well, but they said they wanted to talk to their partner about it and see how things are going, but communication's kind of been wishy-washy. I don't know how confident I feel in that media buy after that meeting, but that's besides the point. I have been waiting for my blue check verification to send out my cold video pitches. So, that social proof is there and everything like that. And I feel like that was kind of just like why did I wait for that? I should have just been sending them anyways, but verification's been set and everything's good in that sense. So I think now it's just a matter of not giving myself an excuse. Like there's no excuse anymore. Like everything's in set. Don't waste time trying to make everything perfect or putting too much detail in everything. And so that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Like I like what you said there with like there's no excuses.
mhm,
And why that's so true is because if you would die tomorrow, the word excuses you won't even know it existed.
right.
I'm telling you, right? So even though all these things happened, it's still like if you woke up with that mentality, like, hey, I cannot end the day off with zero. What should I do? What can I do? What do I need to tell these people for them to exchange the money that they have in their pocket with
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
What can I show them? You know?
Yeah.
Because even like the way you talk, I can feel the competence in you.
Hmm.
So you can even though you don't have like the numbers of the media buyers right now, like
Yeah.
if you have a gun to your head and they're like acting slow, you will still charge forward. You'll be like, okay, how can I show my competence in the best possible way to get a response from this person and then, get on a meeting with this person. And then once I'm on the meeting, like what do I need to tell them? Or what can I
Hmm.
show them? Right?
Yeah.
So they trust me with, winning their business.
Right. Right.
They start thinking like that. Like for
Absolutely.
example, if you wake up tomorrow, like tomorrow, Monday morning, you'd be like, hey, this week I need to end of the week with 10K. I just need to. What type of actions will you take? That's the question.
Mhm.
What would really change? What would switch it up? Right? It's the same thing as people that, have a goal of making like 100 million. Do you think they will take the same action as somebody that has a goal of like 1 million?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's the same thing with tricking the mind and waking up being like, hey, you know what? This week 10K, otherwise you know, I have the gun to my head, man. Like I'm
Mhm.
gonna die.
No,
You
yeah,
know?
that mindset, that mentality,
See?
100%.
So you need to have that. It's like, and the thing is, even though you won't make that goal, I can guarantee you would at least be halfway through. So
Yeah.
meaning you set the
Well,
goal like for
mhm.
5K, for 10K, and you do everything possible, like your brain is like acting different because you need that, you need to find that money. I'm telling you, along the way you will make 2.5, 4, 6K. As if in the beginning you would be thinking like, okay, yeah, let me focus on, doing outreach and that, you know. Then you would have probably closed one client for 1.5K, whatever, you know. The actions will be different. And even though you don't hit that goal that you set for yourself,
Yeah.
I'm sure you will be further along than, if you didn't hit that goal and tried everything in your power to make it in that short time frame. I don't know if you guys seen the video also on the time constraints
Hmm.
of the
Hmm.
training with my brother. It's the exact same thing. I don't know if you know the story from Elon Musk again. This guy, um, maybe some of you heard it. They needed like a rocket, I think Falcon 9 or something like that. And he gathered like a team of engineers and scientists and mathematicians to calculate like the time of how long it would take, right? They told him 10 years. You know what the guy said? What did you think he said, Chanzel?
I think I saw the story what you're talking about, but he's told them no, make it 8 months or something like that.
He said, hey, you said what, 10 years? He was like, hey, fuck off, man. 6 months. If you guys can't do it, I will switch the whole team up, man. You guys are fired. And the thing is, they literally like calculated and everything. So it's in their mind, it's like, bro, they're telling the truth, you know? They calculated these things. He was just, no, 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 I don't accept this. 6 months, or you guys are out. What happened? They started taking different action, you know, doing things that weren't necessary. They cut it out just to be more efficient, start leveraging more tech to go faster, you know. All these things. So different actions came out of that just because of that time constraint. And that time constraint gives the same feeling as gun to your head or you're gonna die tomorrow because you don't have time. So it's the time constraint that really is the difference and that puts you in that mentality of, hey, I need it today, not tomorrow, not today. I need it today. Okay? That's the thing. What happened? They didn't make the goal 6 months, but they got it done in like eight. From 10 years to 8 months. Do you know what it is? Do you understand now? And that's exactly what this lesson is about. The make money today mentality. If you set a like unrealistic goal for you with a crazy ass deadline, all the milestone goals that you set for yourself all of a sudden become small. And then all of a sudden you start acting different, moving different, taking different action, and that's when people see you change and they be like, "Hey, what Milky made how much in 1 week? Yeah, yeah, she made 10K in a week, man. Hey, how did she do that?" Because they don't know you guys are like different animals right now. You're like waking up crazy, like, hey, I don't have money. You start scratching your neck and stuff. You know? But that's how it needs to be. If you really want to make it, you know? I can talk to you guys, be nice, tell you guys, hey, great job, do video pitches, keep studying, you know, that's nice. You'll get results in 3 years, right? I'd rather tell you guys like, hey, straight up, hey, what? You took how long for a media buyer? 2 weeks? Already dead. You already died. You died 14 days ago, you know? But you guys get the point, right? Are there any questions so far? Or something that you guys experienced? Maybe you saw it with someone else.
I think one example I can give, this isn't necessarily with business, but I had to do my driver's license this year. And
Mm.
then I was away and I got back 2 weeks before my test was, and I was so stressed for this test. Like 3 months before, I was already stressing. And then I came back and I told my friends, I was like, yo, I'm gonna have to do 10 lessons in 2 weeks before this driver's test. And they were like, no way, just reschedule it, wait another 3 months. And then I was like, okay, wait. And then I was just like, let me just try it. Let me schedule all my lessons, go every single day, just drive. And somehow in those 2 weeks that I pushed myself, I got my driver's license. So I think that definitely correlates with that type of mindset you have to have and push yourself and have time
Yeah.
constraints, essentially.
Yeah. And your focus was different, I assume.
Yes, very
You're really
much.
you're
Yeah.
really serious about it, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
You weren't
definitely.
playing around. It
No,
really
yeah,
wasn't.
every night. Yeah, every night I would sit in the car and then I would practice the looks I have to do and everything. It's a very different mindset you have then.
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing what I'm talking about today is literally like a universal principle. That's why it doesn't only apply to business. It's literally in life as well. Like I know for sure you guys like back in the day, like in school, right? If you had an exam, you forgot to study, You study the same morning. You study with intense focus, and you still pass the test. Exact same thing, right? And maybe the other one in your class, they study for like 2 weeks in advance. But yeah, 2 weeks in advance, they think, I have time and I don't need to be that focused. I will just, tomorrow I'll do it again. Huh? Hey, a little bit lazy or not, but huh? That's that, man. Like putting these time constraints, waking up. So yeah, I think that's that for today. Just wanted to let you guys know the make money mentality, like make money today mentality. So when you guys wake up tomorrow, it's like, hey, wait 1 second. How much money? We start the counter at zero. When I go back to bed, when I come back to this bed here where I just woke up in, and I have the same amount, which is zero, okay, what did I do wrong? Right? If you guys will start moving like that, hmm, you guys will see for yourselves. Like the way that you think it, you will get different like thought patterns, all these things, right? Problems you won't see them. Like I said with Milky, excuses she won't know the word anymore, right? She won't wait on nothing. She will just charge forward. She has to make 10K by next Sunday, all right? Same thing for Christian. I gave Christian the time constraint. He thought I forgot. Wednesday, man, Christian. You'll see my message if he's still there.
I'm here, bro.
Yeah, the time constraint, man.
Yeah,
Don't
for sure.
forget it, man. Every single day.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm waiting on you, Wednesday, man.
I'm here, bro.
Want to see the screenshot? Yeah, you're laughing, bro. You're laughing, bro. I'm serious.
Yeah,
Like, how could I say this, man? Like, I really want you guys to make money, right? And ideally fast, you know?
yeah,
So I have to do also everything in my power to make you guys, to pressure you guys into doing that, right?
yeah. I
So
don't understand.
it's only like ethical for me. I cannot have you guys being around us and then not win. That's pathetic, bro. You know? So if you're with us, you need to change it up, man. You need to be a warrior. You charge forward. The problem what? Problems are scared of me, man. Come with the solution immediately, you know? Simple as that.
Yeah.
So all good. All good, all good, all good. I don't know. Do you guys have any final thoughts that you want to share? Any questions? Maybe something that you guys were thinking of doing that you guys didn't take action on? Maybe you'll start doing it. Something. Maybe for you, Christian. How's it going so far? Because I know you were sending the looms and all that.
Yeah, yeah. So basically, there's like, of course, I have like a higher response rate. Um, even talking to like someone right now, and maybe I think they may be interested in the offer. I'm still like, talking with them. Uh, Basically, I've been just doing outreach, like nothing else really. Just doing that.
Did you start thinking out of the box, like how I told you?
Like having a other like, what do you
Yeah.
mean?
Because because you have till Wednesday, man. You need to make it.
Yeah, 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 of
Are
course.
you, are you gonna keep continuing doing what you're doing right now? Or are you gonna be like, hey, wait, 1 second, man. Who do I know? Who knows me? Where can I get
Yeah,
my foot in the door? Right?
yeah,
Because you don't need to sell necessarily your whole service. It can be maybe something that somebody needs right now, but then they need your whole service later. But then you're already, start doing it. Same example with Nadia. Perfect. She will start doing the pictures first, right? But then afterwards, when she gets, good results or the woman likes what she's doing, she can now come in and like kind of provide an agency service where she's also handling the content. So now she makes the pictures, she makes the videos, She does the content strategy, all these things, right? But maybe she cannot come in directly and pitch the whole service because she'll be like, whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, that's too much right now. I just need you to take pictures, please. Right? Maybe. I don't know. Like Nadia knows better than me because she knows the woman, but for example, and for you, it can be the same thing. What is the thing that they, you know, that you can set your foot in the door and then after you do a great job there, even if they don't take your service, they can refer you to someone else. You need to start thinking like that too, right?
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
really like, hey, I don't want to end the day off with zero. Even if you get 1,000, fuck it, even 500, do it, but not with zero, please, right?
Yeah.
Because if you think like that every day, 5 days further, that means you have 2.5K, right?
Yeah.
Get what I mean?
Yeah. 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 I got it.
Yeah, man. So please do that.
For sure, bro.
Yeah. So all good, all good, all good.
Yeah.
I'll speak to you guys then in 2 days. So that would be Tuesday, 7 p.m. I'll see if my brother can be there too because I had to drop him off at the airport after the mastermind. He flew to Turkey, so that's why he's not here today. hmm Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Was nice seeing you guys again. Speaking to you guys, and talk to you guys later. Go make some money.
Thank you.
Cheers.